Hey guys, it's Rob Tilley here with RobertTilleyJr.me, and today we're going to be talking about how to install CentOS 6.4 on Microsoft HyperV server. And as you know, Cent is modeled off of Linux Red Hat, and you know, I don't know if you've seen this or not, but it is, you know, somewhat of a monster here. It's attacked a few people, I think.
And welcome to the Wild Kingdom. Today, we'll be taking a look.
Now, if you scroll through here, the Linux monster actually attacks some people, so it's pretty scary. I don't want to show the whole thing. It gets kind of graphic. Anyhow, so here we are. We have our Microsoft HyperV server, and I'm going to do a beginning to end on this. So let's go ahead and open up the HyperV manager, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create a new virtual machine, and we can just call this CentOS 6.4 test. Okay, and you can give this whatever allocation of memory you want. And for the connection, I have a public network set up for my Hyper-V machine, so I'm going to set it to the public network, and I'll show you how to get that all working. And for the installation options, we're going to select install an operating system later, because we have already downloaded CentOS 6.4 from the link. And if you click the link below this video in my blog, it'll take you right to it. So let's go ahead and create the virtual machine. Now here we have our virtual machine. I'm going to go to settings, and I don't want this to take forever, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and real quick just up the number of processors I have here to 4, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that, and I'm going to set the DVD to the CentOS, and it's the DVD 1 is what you need. You don't need DVD 2. And I'm going to set the DVD drive to that. So I'm going to select image. I'm going to go here to my desktop. And I'm going to scroll down to CentOS 6.4 and open that up. And click apply. And click OK. I'm going to go ahead and double click this on the Hyper-V manager and click the green button to power up the machine. Now, one of the nice things about CentOS 6.4 installing on Hyper-V with this version is that it actually lets you use the mouse right away without the integration services. So that's kind of nice. The integration services from Microsoft allows the use of the network and communication between Hyper-V to monitor the heartbeat and all of that, but we can use the mouse. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually install the desktop version, just because that's easier to use for somebody coming from Microsoft, at least, that has limited Linux knowledge. So we have different options: install or upgrade an existing system, install system with basic video driver, rescue installed system, boot from local drive, memory test. Obviously, what we have here, and it can't stand here forever, automatic boot in a few seconds. I'm going to select install or upgrade from an existing system. And what that actually does is it's installing a new CentOS system or upgrading one that you already have. And what we're doing obviously is installing a new system. So it's going to run through a bunch of things here to get the installer ready. And we're just going to wait for that. Okay, and as you can see right now, if I click somewhere, it doesn't do anything. Okay, that's because this is nothing is actually installed yet. Okay, it doesn't say that the mouse doesn't work, it just, nothing's working. So I'm not going to test the media because I'm going to assume that everything downloaded correctly. So I'm going to just go ahead and use my right arrow button to move that over to skip, and press the space bar to select it. So the media has been detected, and it's going to run through the setup to get the actual installer going right now. And it will automatically resize the window. I'm running Windows Server 2008 R2 data center. And now you can see we're at the actual installation screen here. The mouse works, which is great. Okay, so I can use the mouse to navigate through this installer on CentOS 6.4. So I'm going to go ahead and select Next. You can select your language here. My language is English, so I'm going to select that. It's US English. I'm going to go ahead and select Next. Now, what type of devices will your installation involve? Okay, we're on HyperV, so we're going to select basic storage devices. Select Next. Okay, gives a warning here that basically if there's anything on the disk, it's going to discard it all. Okay, we don't have anything on our disk. This is HyperV. We just created a disk for this machine. So yes, I want to discard any data. There is none. I'm going to keep the host name the same for right now, localhost.localdomain. Select Next. American New York time zone, I'm going to go ahead and hit that. And what you want to do now is you want to create a root password. Okay, and you want to make this as complicated as possible, but make sure that you remember it, or if you can't remember it, you definitely need to write this down. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and create my root password. And select Next. It says I've provided a weak password. It's based on a dictionary word. Okay, what that means is that there's a word in this password that is a dictionary word. I have a lot of other special characters and uppercase and lowercase in there, so I'm really not too worried about it. But you don't want it to make it too easy. So I'm going to go ahead and use that anyhow. What you want to do here is you want to use all space because we created this virtual machine for just this purpose. So I'm going to go ahead and use all the space. Now you have different options here to encrypt the system, review and modify partitioning layout. I'm going to skip all that. Just select use all space and select Next. And write the changes to the disk. And what it's doing now is it is actually installing CentOS 6.4 on this HyperV system. And I'll go ahead and just let everything run through so you know how long it actually takes, and you can see it and make sure that it goes the same as your install does. I'm not going to pause this while it's installing. I want you to be able to see everything. And I'm going to be using this for a web host. Okay, so I'm going to select basic server. CentOS is already checked, so I'm going to leave that where it is, and I'm going to select Customize Now, and I'm going to hit Next. You do have different options, and what this does is it installs different packages based on what it is that you want to use it for. But I'm going to install the basic server and customize it so that I can add the desktop. See, we have different things here. Okay, base system, databases, desktop, development, high availability, all different kinds of things. Web services. I'm not going to do any of this because I'm going to show you guys in a later tutorial how to actually install a web server onto this and get it going super easy, super quickly, and you don't even have to mess with any of this stuff. So I just want to get my desktop set up. So I'm going to select desktop right here, and I'm going to also select X Windows System. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit next, and that will add those dependencies. Go ahead and it's going to be starting the install process now. And we're just going to let this run through. So you can see it has 876 packages it has to complete. So I'm going to go ahead and just let this run through. Maybe you're doing this at the same time that you're watching the video, and that's fine. But at least you can see what it is that's happening and make sure that your system matches this one. it's just going to kind of sit here for a little bit, and that's not because it's not working. It's just sitting there thinking and installing everything. You can see here, it says installing bootloader, and then congratulations, your CentOS installation is complete. And what we have to do now is we want to go ahead and reboot our system. Okay, so it's going to shut down. And after it shuts down, it'll go ahead and automatically restart itself, and it will bring us to the basic setup screen, which we'll see here in just a few minutes. Okay, you can see here it's loading up CentOS 6.4. And when it loads up, it'll automatically, resize our screen again. So we kind of want to leave it the way that it is. Okay, and it's going to bring us now into the setup screen. Okay, so there's a few more steps to take before your system is ready to use. So I'm going to go ahead and click forward to get off of this welcome screen. License agreement, yes, I agree to that. Now what you want to do is you want to create a user, okay? So my username, just going to make it Rob Tilley Jr. Full name. And again, remember the mouse works, you can use your keyboard or you can use your mouse. Create my password. And what this is going to do is it's going to kick back the same error that it did before, okay? Because my password again uses a dictionary word. Now right here it says use network login. We're not going to be doing that. So click forward here. Yes, I already understand this. I'm going to click on yes. I'm going to go ahead and select synchronize date and time over the network because we're going to get our network up and running in the next tutorial. And I'll show you how to do that very quickly. And then go ahead and click forward. I'm going to keep all of this the same, just the way that it is. And go ahead and click finish. Requires rebooting the system. Yes, I understand that. So let's go ahead and select yes and OK to reboot our system and bring it back up again. And it'll kind of sit here for a minute, so you just have to wait for it. Okay, now it's starting back up again. Okay, now here we are at the login screen. So I can go ahead and use the mouse and log in. Click login. And it's working. Okay. Now if you click the link below this video on my blog, you'll go ahead and be able to see that that takes you right to the CentOS 6.4 installation media. Okay, hopefully that'll make that easier for you so you don't have to go looking around for it or get the wrong thing. Right now we don't have internet access and we don't have integration services installed yet. So in the next video I'll go ahead and show you how to do that and get internet up and working. Thanks a lot for visiting roberttilleyjr.me.